What are the pros of living in an apartment? I have to grind some more because apparently you can't beat the final guy at level 84. Whoop-de-doo. Anyway. Yeah, so what are the pros and cons of living in an apartment? There aren't that many, like, inherent pros to it. Like, it's wasted money. Like, you might live in a cool spot. You might be just, living it up wherever you're at. But you can't really, you're not building anything with renting. It's great if you don't want a long-term solution, like, I guess. But if you do want a long-term solution, then you probably want to buy something, but I mean, you aren't building anything with renting. But on the other side of it, you do get to hear funny conversations that your neighbors have. Well, maybe they're not funny, but you do get to hear them, and you also get to hear them go at it, I guess. Doing it like two puppies in a street. So yeah, so I heard it one time. I'm not like seeking it out or anything, but when I'm trying to go to bed and I just hear the dude getting blown, it's gonna it's gonna wake me up. But I could palpably hear the disappointment from her. I guess I don't really know how to word it, but when she said when you're hearing two people going at it and she says, "Oh, that's okay," that's never a good sign, and I don't know what else to say about it. It's just like, that's just one of the cons of living in an apartment. You're basically all up in your neighbor's business, and like even when I'm like recording these things, I'm like constantly thinking, oh, are my neighbors going to be loud? I can hear them through the walls. Can they hear me through the walls? I can hear them all the time. I mean, you shouldn't have to apologize for him only lasting 30 seconds. Oh no, it's just so like, I'm not like not trying to hear it, but when I hear him go, oh, hold on, oh, oops, and then she goes, oh, that's okay. Oh, I feel bad for the guy. I never met him, but now every time I'm in my apartment building and I walk by random men, I'm like, you the guy? I mean, we've all been there before, but it's just like, I heard it. It's like, are you that guy? Are you struggling? Do you need a drink before? You need to get less feeling down there, dog. That's a long story. That is a very long story that I don't want to cook into these because I like it. So these random grind videos, they should really only be like a minute, or they should only be like 4 or 5 minutes. But what else can we talk about? Oh, I guess we're on the whole apartment living thing. Oh, run from that. Yeah, so chilling in an apartment. Other pros. I'm in a great spot. Like, my location's awesome. Well, it was awesome before COVID hit. Like, I was like pretty close to downtown in the city I'm in. Ooh, that's really good. Yeah. Pretty close to downtown in the city where I'm in, which is cool. Well, it would have been cool. But, like, I can walk. Well, I used to be able to walk places. That's kind of neat. Especially because in my case, like, I just moved to a new area literally by myself. I don't fully recommend that to anyone and everyone. It's hard, like, just living in a new place by yourself because you don't know anyone. Like, I can't be. Oh, good. It's not like I can just like call someone if I need anything. And I've also thought about it too, like I live by myself. My apartment's super dope. But the other day, I choked on, kind of embarrassing, I choked on coffee. Like, I drank a little bit and it popped down the wrong pipe. And I like fell on the floor and was like was like struggling. Like I was like losing my breath a little bit. And I thought, and I had the realization of, oh shit, if I die in my office, not my office, if I die in my apartment, how long would it take for someone to know that I'm dead? I think it would take a while. It would take long enough to make me sad. Like, I'm talking like days. Like, my body might start smelling because it's decomposing, but really? How long? I mean, people in my life know that I'm bad at texting, so if I don't text for a day or two, they wouldn't be concerned. If it happens on a random Tuesday, I bet you no one would know till Friday, at least. I feel like there's a study on that. Like, and especially again, because I live by myself in a new city. I don't know my neighbors, which is also kind of why I want to get out of the apartment life. So I think it'd be great to like learn who your neighbors are. And if you need to borrow some sugar or a beer, you can just walk there and get it. But no. Like if I legitimately choked on some chicken and I died in my apartment, it would be uncomfortably long until someone knew that I was dead. And that's a little terrifying. I had like a revelation about that. Like, no one would know. Which I guess I don't really want to get married or anything, but that's one of the arguments for getting married. I'm gonna die in my apartment by myself. No one's gonna know. My body's gonna decompose, and people are gonna be like, "Oh shit, why didn't anyone find this guy earlier?" And then they're gonna be like, "Oh, you know, it's." They'd say my name. It's like, "Oh, I guess you didn't have anyone near him," and that's the saddest way to go. End up in the obituaries, just sitting there, all dead, and it's like, oh, he was found dead in his apartment 4 weeks after it was estimated he died 4 weeks ago. And then they found his body. And oh, that's just messed up. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this, but that's a con against living in an apartment. When you die, you're going to die by yourself, and it's going to be a preventable death. Like, you're going to be choking on something. Like something silly, and then you're gonna die. Which is fine. Death is no disgrace. Am I right? No. But anyway, I don't know what I'm doing with that. This is just mostly just to kill some time. This is a classic Thursday video or Wednesday video. I forget the day that I actually decided to make these random grind videos, but yeah. Pros. If your neighbors are banging, you're going to have a funny story about how the dude came early. Cons. You're going to die in your apartment by yourself. But you know, long live. But that just feels bad. I don't think that's how anyone deserves to die. But yeah. I'm going to cut this one there. I'm going to come back in the next one with a new topic.